What's up with y'all boys, man? Exclusivebuildz here, where we do everything exclusive. And today's video is actually about time, man. We back with another NBA player build video. And today, bro, man, we got LaMelo Ball, bro. LaMelo Ball is a shifty player. You know what I'm saying? If you want a 6'7" shifty player that can get legend shifty shooter, you get all half shooting badges, gold light and launch. You know what I'm saying? You'll also be able to get interceptor on half as well. You know what I'm saying? You'll definitely be able to play all around and play in any game mode with this build. You will definitely be able to have the most fun possible on a layup based build. You know what I'm saying? You are a pure playmaker. You know what I'm saying? You will have like a 96 pass accuracy. You know what I'm saying? Half dimer. You're gonna have half bailout. Just overall, bro, this is going to be a very accurate with just a little bit of enhancement on the defense type of LaMelo Ball build, you know. So if you looking for something like this is going to be the template for you. So with that being said, let's get into how to make this build. But before we do that, if you're newer, go to stay here, hit that sub button, get your boy to 10 20 likes on the video as well, and help your boy get to 4,000 subs. That all will be very appreciated. But other than that, man, let's get into it. So we going point guard, 6'7", 180 on the weight with a 6'7" wingspan, and we're gonna start out with our physicals first. Alright, bro, so far speed, right? We need to be able to have a high enough speed just so we can keep up with people, right? So I'm going 85 speed, decent enough. Now on agility, we're going as well with an 85 agility, so we can slide our feet. We can be moving, feel like we're moving decent enough on a 6'7" taller build. You know what I'm saying? And that's also going to help with playing in lanes, being able to slide your feet and all that good stuff, right? And then when it comes to strength, at the base model, we're going to be adding, we're going to have a 70, I think I did 71 just to get immovable and force on bronze. Our physical finisher, stuff like that, eventually with caps, which I will show y'all that and talk about that when I get to the cap breaker screen. But for right now, we just going to have a 71 immovable on bronze. Physical finisher, stuff like that, strong handles, all that will be on silver. Now for our vertical, with this build, we're not really going to touch the vertical. I'm not putting any block on this build. Now there was multiple different templates that I was contemplating on posting or showing with y'all, but there was one where you had a high fly denier on bronze. There was also one where you had a 99 pass and a 99 layup combined on one build, but I decided to go with this one because it has the ability to get half interceptor and actually have a little bit of defense on this build. And I know most people love to you know what I'm saying, be able to play defense, you know. So yeah, that's just that. This is the reason why I'm showing this template instead of other ones. But yeah, man, with that being said, let's go to move on to the finishing. All right, bro, so we're gonna start out with our standard dunk first, and we just gonna go with a 40 standard dunk just so we get the standard dunks. Not adding anything to post, but that goes up to 50 because that's tied to something. And with a 50 post control, you do get some signature post moves that is actually decent, you know what I'm saying, that you can actually cook up and be a little bit unguardable with if you know what you're doing. But we not really here for that, or really not here for all this damn dunk. I'm not sure why I'm going up that high. We only going to a 55 dunk. Bro, LaMelo do not dunk that much. He don't need a 75 dunk. He don't need an 80 dunk. He don't need none of that. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna go to 55 to get Klay Thompson dunk package. Now with the lay at base model, we're going with an 88, and that's going to get us silver layup mixmaster flow game on gold, and that's all we need for right now. Now for our caps, I'm just tell y'all right now, 5 will be going here. You will get layup mixmaster on gold, and yeah, we'll talk about actually, I'm gonna talk about that now. So layup mixmaster on the 6'7", flow game and layup mixmaster, these are tier 2 badges. For our +2 tier 2, you know what I'm saying, we're going to get legend float game. We all know LaMelo is a nigga out here that float that bitch from the 3-point line. You know what I'm saying? So having that on legend on the LaMelo Ball build has to have it. And then for our season award tier 2 +1, we're going to go from gold layup mixmaster to half, just so we can, you know what I'm saying, have a little bit more fun, get some acrobat layups and all that stuff to go in. And yeah, now when it comes to the crew, which I haven't got that up yet, but with the crew tier 2, we're going to just go with half dimer, but I'll get to that in a second. But pretty much though, man, this is all we're going to have on the finishing. We get a 93 layup, and then we have legend flow game. Now let's go to move on to the shooting. All right, bro, so far as this build, we all know LaMelo Ball is a fucking shot creator, but I'm going to go a little bit kind of meta, you know what I'm saying, because we need a deep bomber take so we can shoot from half. You know what I'm saying? Point at the half court line, shoot that motherfucker, you know, LaMelo ball shit. So we going with a 93, 80 mid range should be decent enough. Now 2K Labs did say going to 81 gets you a little decent little jump or whatever the case may be for green windows, but man, we ain't tripping off that, bro. We ain't tripping off that. But if you want to go to the 81 to get that, then you definitely could. But we just gonna rock out with a 90 here, and we will be specializing in shooting on this build. And when you finish your shooting specialization, you will be putting the 2 caps here, so you can get your shifty shooter on gold, and as well with your dead eye on gold. Now, when it comes to specialization, where we're going to be putting our +2 is once we get our shifty shooter to gold, we're gonna +2 that to get it to legend, so we can fade from anywhere on the court and hit at a high rate with the legend badge. And then we will be using our +1 onto set shot, so that can also help us knock down shots. You feel me? And now if you're cool with gold set shot and you might fuck around and want half dead eye, whatever the case may be, however you decide on playing, you could interchange your shoot specialization +1 from dead eye or set shot. But I will most likely go half set shot. That's just me though. And then when it comes to free throw, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. Not sure what I did, but I think it was around a 90, so I'm gonna keep it right here for right now. If you don't play fives, take this off, add these points elsewhere. But far shooting, this is pretty much it. Now let's go to move on to the playmaking. Alright, bro, so far as pass accuracy, like I said, we're going to have a 96 pass, but at 91, bro, at base model, we're going with a 91 pass. With our first +5 that we have, bro, this is going to go here. This is going to go here with our first +5. If you have 12, which is really all you need on this build, bro, you only need 12 cap breakers, and that is very easy to get. I'm working on it as we speak right now. When you get 12, you'll have a 90 delay. You'll also have this 96 pass. When you get to 96 pass, you'll have all your passing badges on half. All of them will be on half for the LaMelo ball build. You don't have to use any +1s or any of that. Only +1 that you're going to be using, your diamond will go to legend. You know what I'm saying? With your tier 2 for your crew tier 2 +1. You'll have legend diamond on this build as well to help out your teammates. And then when it comes with ball handle, come on man, this is LaMelo. We got to add a 90 ball handle. Handles for days on gold. If you want to unlock his moves, all you had to do is put 1 cap here and you would get his moves. But would I recommend that? No. But for somebody that wants to use all his moves and kind of just play like him or whatever the case may be, then do what you do that. But I'm not doing it. I will use other things to actually be effective on the court and efficient. Now when it comes with speed ball, we need the blur takeover as well, which is going to help us get to the rim, even though we're not dunking. But hey man, that don't really matter. But as well, we're going with 80 to get our lightning launch on silver, and we will be using our +1 from the season 40 awards. You know what I'm saying? Your season awards for your tier 1, we'll get that to gold, just so we can move a little bit faster at 6-7. And the reason I didn't +2 to go to half, because gold from half is like 1% difference, and that doesn't really matter too much, you know. So we just gonna keep it on gold, and this is pretty much all we're gonna have for as playmaking. Now let's go to move on to the defense. All right, bro, so far as the defense, right? Perimeter, we're just going to go with a 74 perimeter, get all of our perimeter badges on bronze. Steal, I went all the way to an 85 on the steal so we get gold interceptor. We need to be able to play lanes. Lane steals is probably the only best way to get steals in this game. And with our crew tier 1 +1, we will be putting that here so we get half interceptor, so we can play lanes and all that stuff, right? And that's another reason why we got the speed and agility both at 85, so we can move to actually get these steals, you know. So that's just that on that. Now I sacrificed that 85, I sacrificed the block to get 85 steal, you know what I'm saying, so we can play lanes. And then block, yeah, we're not doing nothing on that. Interior is going to stay where it's at. So this is pretty much what the defense is. Now let's go to move on to the rebounding. Alright, bro, so for rebounding, we all know O-board is cheaper, but I'm not about to do no overly crazy things on the rebounding. We just going to get rebounding badges on bronze, and we're going to be able to rebound on both ends, O-board and D-board at a decent rate with a 60. You know what I'm saying? We are a point guard, you know what I'm saying? So we're not really going to be out there getting hella boards, but this right here is definitely decent. And that last little point going to go to a free throw at a 91. So boom, this is the template right now. And let me quickly go over these little badge plus ones and badge plus twos shit. So we're gonna start out with our tier ones first, bro. We're gonna start out with our tier ones first. Shooting specialization, we're gonna have legend shifty shooter with the +2. Then the other shooting specialization, we're gonna have half set shot specialist. And then for our crew tier 1 +1, we're gonna have half interceptor. And then for our regular season awards +1, we're going to have gold lightning launch. Now that is all we're going to have for our tier 1 category, but you can definitely change this set shot specialist or deadeye to half, whatever one you want to have as far as your shooting specialization. And then as far as our tier 2 category, our +2, we're going to have legend float game. Our crew our crew tier 2 +1 is going to have legend dimer. And then our season awards, we're going to have half layup mix master, or you can go silver immovable enforcer, whatever the case you want, whatever you want to have at that point, but it is just that on that. Now let me go ahead and quickly pop up this next clip to where we're talking about where we're going to put all the cap breakers and show y'all what the cap breaker screen actually looks like. Alright, y'all boys, so far as the cap breaks, we already know our first 5 is going to go to pass accuracy 96 pass, Hall of Fame passing badges, specializing in the shooting. Them 2 will go to the 3-pointer for 92 3, and our next 5 will go to layup, 93 layup. That's really all you need. But for the people that want to get a little bit more, you could add 4 to the strength so you can get your physical finisher on gold if you would like, strong handles on gold, all that if you would like to get that. Or you can go probably a little bit more dunk or something like that if you want to put that up. Or even if you want to get like a 68 blog, you could get to that. Yeah, that's pretty much what the cap breaker screen looked like, and that's what all I had in mind. Really was 12 caps for real, 12 to 17 caps. And yeah, man, if y'all want to, feel free to add the rest of your caps somewhere else, then so be it. Y'all can do what y'all want to do with that. But yeah, man, that's the cap breaker screen. Now let's get back to the video. Alright, y'all boys, hopefully y'all got the whole little rundown on what we're going to be doing with this build. And if you like this build any kind of way, go ahead and make it, bro. Go ahead and make it, have some fun with it. Or if you see anything that you want to change and make it to your liking, then by any means, bro, do that, but I feel like I accomplished a very solid build, and it's 2K kind of agree with me. We do got LaMelo in the shades, and we got his raw ass name, Thieving Inside Out Playmaker. If that ain't LaMelo to me, then I don't know what, that sounds like LaMelo to me. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like bro to me. So, decent name, can't go wrong with it. Can't go wrong with it, and we got him in the shades. So yeah, man, with that being said, that's the end of the video. Hopefully y'all like the template. If y'all do like the template, then let me know by subbing, liking, getting your boy to 4,000 subs, 10 20 likes on the video, turn y'all post notifications on so y'all boys be notified whenever I post a video or whenever I randomly stream, man. All of that would be very appreciated. But yeah, man, with that being said, bro, I'm out of here. Catch y'all boys next video.